Hello everybody, welcome back to Time Master Stream Homemade Friday Channel. Today we're doing a secret final level. Kong Treehouse. Why is this door locked?
Hello, seems you have found secret treehouse.
What? Who are you?
We Kong Clan, we not let strangers in. We only let those who are friends to Kong Clan.
I am your friend.
Only those who have banana can be let in. Need at least 7 banana.
I have 7.
You have all banana? Impossible! Bananas. Very delicious. We welcome you, friend. Welcome to Kong.
It's time for the level that PEKSCTG2 described as visual vomit. I'm gonna divide this into 2 parts because this is the hardest level in the entire game. Now wish me luck. Oh, banana. Oh, banana. Banana. Oh, banana. 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 Oh, banana. Oh. I think it's kind of like that effect where when Luigi keeps saying, oh yeah. It sounds dirty at it. Let me say something. It's kind of like how, you know how Luigi keeps saying, oh yeah, when he's sucking up ghosts in Luigi's Mansion 1, and it sounds kind of dirty after a while. It's kind of like the same thing here. Everybody pop that in your head. What the heck? It's a red bomb, Kirby. So it seems that you've actually found the secret level. Thanks a lot for playing this game and actually bothering to get this far. To be honest, I don't even expect anyone to be reading this text. So feel free to take a look around the secret level. Make yourself comfortable with the DVDs. There's not a whole lot else for you to do if you actually got all the bananas. Check out the signs and want to see a bit of our commentary. And once again, thank you. Thanks, Red Bomb Kirby. I'm gonna divide it into 2 parts. The second part, I'll complete the actual level. Next, I'm gonna read these signs. The concept of PEKSCTG2 Sprite Comics to Game 2 started sometime around May of 2014. Recently, Kirby Trouble Deluxe had come out, and PEKSCTG2 was really enjoying it. It was the first platformer game since Return to Dreamland, so it got him really thinking about Kirby again. Meanwhile, sometime back, his friend Luigi said he'd be interested in making a Kirby engine for him. These 2 things gave him ideas for a Game Maker Kirby game that would be a homage to Kirby's Adventure. After planning out the gameplay concepts, I thought of a plot that continued the events of PEKSCTG2 Sprite Comics. Before I thought of that story, the tentative title of the game was Kirby's New Adventure. This also explains the reasoning behind the music in the first level. It was going to be a subtitle to PEKSCTG2 Sprite Comics to Game 2, but it was then dropped because it was just too long. So around July, I began development and just made a Kirby engine myself. PEKSCTG2 Sprite Comics takes place 7 years after the first, where Sprite Comics exist but are no longer wildly popular. As a result, the world and characters are in better quality than the first game. However, Kirby and his friends, minus Pika Mario, are still stuck in the past and are JPEG compressed as a result. This kind of look into Sprite Comics is something that I really wanted to put into the plot. For those who don't know Sprite Comics, it's probably all a little confusing. Kirby and his friends go through some kind of development, but Kirby ends up changing the most. At the end of the game, Kirby basically makes a jump from old Sprite Comics to new Sprite Comics. This is awakened by both his friendship and the realization he had after destroying May 666. Yeah, it's a really corny plot, but I think it fits this game well. World 1 of this game was heavily based around 2 things: Vegetable Valley from Nightmare in Dreamland and Mario platformer tropes. The plains, cave, sky, fortress progression is kind of made fun here. Also, this made it very easy to get tiles that can be used. Painty Woods was inspired by this as well. This isn't just a bad version of an existing Kirby boss, it would fit well for this game. It also taught me that Wispy Wood bosses are really easy to make. No wonder he's in every Kirby game. Yeah, he got harder, like Robobot, Star Allies, Forgotten Land, but I digress. A while before PEKSCTG2 Sprite Comics to Game 2 was conceived, I thought of a bonus level DLC pack for the first game. It was going to have 4 levels based on different holidays from the comics. Almost all these concepts were put into PEKSCTG2 Sprite Comics to Game 2 in some way or form. The New Year's level had 3 races against Sonic Fan, which inspired the race levels. The Christmas level ideas were used in World 4-3, as well as the Will Ferrell boss. The Halloween level would have the Zombified Metroid boss and Master Chief as bosses. The Valentine's Day level would be a chase level through a very Key Canyon-like area. I started briefly on the race level for this DLC pack, but never got around to finishing them. Fortunately, putting the ideas into a sequel turned out to be much better. World 2, Illuminated Island, keeps true to the world themes from Kirby's Adventure. Originally, it wasn't going to be conspiracy themed. The Illumibot was initially planned to be just a normal robot with a pyramid texture. It was going to be based on the heavy lobster chase scene, but eventually turned into its own thing. As to whether the Illuminati exists in the PEKSCTG2 Kirby's Bright Comics universe, that is a mystery. World 3, Cutie Confections, is where the game truly starts to get weird. Obviously, a lot of inspiration was drawn from the Lolita fashion and just cutesy things in general. Princess Shook Pie Sweetie Sour was a joke character I made up some months before thinking of the game. I figured she would be a good fit for such a silly world, so I gave her an actual design and motive. She's also probably the most unfitting character in the entire game. Her battle was inspired a lot by Paint Roller due to her chaotic nature. Chaotic nature? Yeah, you're underestimating. And Ice World, one of the first themes I thought of for Pix Epic Kirby's Bright Comics to Game 2. It carried over from the idea of the Christmas level, as well as the Will Ferrell boss. Will Ferrell isn't based off any existing boss, but his attacks are based on Elf very heavily. The weird sleigh section and the main boss in that world are both shoutouts to the original comic. Oh, banana! Boing. World 5 is definitely the strangest level in the game. It was another idea I had early on when I was playing around with a Windows 95 virtual machine. Originally, the world would have 6 levels, with the extra level being Sea Punk or something similar. While that was scrapped, both the Vaporwave and Big Shoe levels was made it in, which are both practically joke levels. I really should work on my priorities better. The boss was obviously chosen to be fitting to the theme of the world. It was both inspired by the computer virus and the Halberd core from Kirby Superstar. Steampunk, Cyberpunk, and Slimepunk were chosen as the other 3 levels. The reason for this was to give a semi-industrial theme to the world. World 6 took me a while to think of a good theme for. I thought of the Link boss before actually deciding the theme of the world. Link is basically the Meta Knight in the game, as his attacks are somewhat familiar. Does Meta Knight throw bombs? I didn't think so. Incorporating both fire and water into World 6 let me use a lot of ideas that I had planned. Originally, the world was gonna have 6 levels. The scrap level was an underwater level that would have had low gravity. It was a place with the engine room section of the Rusty Bucket Bay level. Meanwhile, the last level of the world would have been a fire only instead of a mix of fire and water. Minigames for Kirby's Friend took me a while to think of. The Sonic fan bases were the first I thought of, then I tried to think of ways to make the rest relevant. Pika Mario ended up getting his 2 games-based stuff, shovelware streams. Civilian got something that's very similar to Gang Garrison 2. Tail got a shooter section like he did in the first game. Wild D has no minigame simply because he served a significant purpose right at the end of the game. The last world of the game borrows elements from the last level of a lot of Kirby games. The mini boss tower and throwback level are both reminiscent of Kirby's Adventure. King Deity's castle was actually based off Bowser's castle from Paper Mario, right down to the trivia sections, the level, and even the storyline. The idea for the final boss, Made 666, sorta just came to me. Like it was 6 AM or something and I couldn't sleep and I just thought of an evil maid robot that makes beams. I didn't even know what caused it. Maybe a ghost was haunting me. Anyway, I got up that early and wrote down what was most of the plot in the entire game. The whole meme thing ended up being pretty ironic, considering how meme-like Kirby himself is. But in the end, Kirby realizes that memes shouldn't be used so drastically or something. God, I don't know. No one's ever gonna read this. I did. I could admit something embarrassing like... I'm sorry, I saw it before and I cracked up. I can admit something embarrassing like, oh, I pooped in the shower once and no one would ever know. Too late, Bickwit, too late. It's not like I did that though. Oh, thank God. The bonus world is less of the world and more of a fun extra thing. Not many players will see it, so it's not like there's a whole lot there. The profiles are put in because I wanted to write a bit more about the characters of the game. There are some things I wanted to tell that couldn't quite be conveyed in cutscenes. The Arena 2 is based off the Arena, a separate boss rush game made for Pix's epic Resprite comics to Game 1. No one ever actually beat it, and I assume no one will beat the second one. I don't know about the first. I'm pretty sure that no one has beat the second thing yet. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. Moving wrong. This level just exists to taunt all those losers who didn't get all the bananas. Are you enjoying this mashup? I spent a lot of time on it. The songs used in order are Vegetable Valley, I'm Gonna Be a Star, Forest, The Mirror Never Lies, Ice Cream Island, The Banana Do-Si-Do, Butter Building, Eddie, Let Me Go Back to My Home, Grape Garden, Congo Bongo, Gone Rongo, Yogurt Yard, Pirate Scorn, Orange Ocean, Holograms, Rainbow Resort, Congo Bongo Island. The first song of each pair is from Kirby's Adventure, while the second is from the Donkey Kong Country Show. If you can get to the end of this last level, you unlocked one last secret. I'm gonna do the second part of the level next time. Feel free to cringe on this level, music, or just skip to the next part.